Hi all, hope you all are doing good. So today we are going to get some more data about our database. Okay, so just to give a glimpse of what we are doing throughout the playlist. If you have not seen previous videos, that's fine. If you have come here to see this directly, how to get the metadata about the database, that is fine. But just to give a glimpse, we were talking about the reconnaissance part, in which previously we got the database type, we got the database version, and following the same thing today we are going to get all the tables, what are all the constraints, what are all the columns in each type of database. Okay, so that is what we are going to do today. So if you are already aware of these things, you can skip to the next video. Otherwise, just get started. Okay, so each type of database has its own different types of built-in objects. Okay, now this was just a lab. So if you have seen the previous video, we were saying that okay, we were going to try all these queries on the Oracle 11g in the previous video. So this time we are going to see what kind of DB we are going to get. But before that, I have Oracle 11g in my desktop. I'm going to execute some queries and I'll show you what is the output. And a similar logic we are going to uh, try to apply on a website. Going to intercept that, and then we are going to modify the value, and then we are going to see the similar kind of response that we are seeing in the database in the initially. So first we'll see what is the output in the databases, and then we'll go to the website and burps it. Okay, I hope that is clear. So let me open my database. Yeah, so here you go. So I have something called information schema. Okay, so here I am in this database and I have only table called constant student and student. So coming to the point, if this information schema is like not a single table, right? So it's a big bunch. So okay, before starting on this, if you people know what is metadata, well and good. If you don't know, metadata is nothing but data about data. So for example, if there are 100 tables in the database, there will be one more object which says that okay, there are 100 tables in the database. So it was like I was giving data that there are 100 tables in this database. So I was getting data about data. Okay, yeah. Now coming to the point, if I say I want to see the tables in this, let me execute this. You can see that there is a student table in this database and a student table name in this database. Okay, I executed till here only. Okay, just to remove the confusion, I'll execute again. Okay, now coming to this part, I have a table called student. Okay, so if you just click on dot and if you try to see what all parameters is having, you can go through all of this, right? All this is just a metadata. You just execute it and get as a response in the above sort that we are going to do in a minute. So just one last example is the columns. Okay, so what are the columns in this table called student? Okay, let me execute this. So you can see I have four columns: ID, name, age, and so that's how I was getting information about the information. Now let's get on to this lab. So today's lab is SQL injection attack listing the database contents on a non-Oracle database. So let's open that. Okay, before this, I don't want to intercept this request, so I'll get onto my normal network and let me open this. Okay, so in this lab, what we have to do is the application has a login function, well and good, and the database contains a table which contains username and password. You need to determine the name of this table and column it contains. So just now we have seen the query to find all the table names and the column names in each table. So first step is to find the table name, and based on that we can get the column names. Okay, then retrieve the contents of the table to obtain the username and password. To solve this log is as an administrative user. So in one of the previous video we did this. So if you have not seen this, just go there. Otherwise, yeah, we'll try to do this here again. Open link in new tab. Okay, let me open my burp suite as well. So first thing first, let's try to get the table name. I'm switching to my burp suite proxy, and I'm my intercept is on. Now click on corporate gifts, right? So this is the value that I'm going to modify. Now if you're seeing this video for the first time, you can say why you're writing ABC or DEF. Let me write that first. Okay, I've holded up the value of category, and then I'm going to execute my statement using the union plus select plus table underscore name comma plus, let's say ABC, okay, plus from, that is select column names from what was our built-in object, information underscore schemas dot tables, and if there is any remaining part in the query, I'm going to comment it out. Okay, so the statement I'm repeating again. Some of you might ask why I'm adding only two part in the column. So if you have not seen previously, there is an query executing on the left side of the union, which is having two columns under the select statement. So if I want my query on the right side to execute as well, I need to maintain the same column and the same data type. That's why I'm using ABC. You can also go with the null or any string value, even the empty string value. Okay. Now let's, well, we should not execute here itself because we are not sure whether it is fine or not. Again, we have to intercept it again if we do something not. So I'm going to send it to the intruder, send it to the repeater. Repeater. So intruder we have not used so far. We'll see when to use that. Okay. Let me full screen this and try to hit go. Internal server error. So what this means is there is something wrong in the query. Let's see first. So here I have turned off the category value union. Now select table name, some column ABC. Okay, why I have a space is not required here, so I'll remove plus, and then from, and here is my tables. It should be fine. Let me click again. Internal server error. So what is wrong here? Info, is there some spelling mistake? Table name ABC. Let me write here DEF only. DEF go. So internal server means something wrong in the query only, no doubt about that. Plus information schemas. Is this schemas and tables? Let me check this. Here you go. So it is not schemas, it is schema, and then I have spelling mistake here. It is information. Okay, yeah. So this we should know. Okay, even if the query got executed and we didn't get the required response, at least we should get 200, saying that the value that we have given is a valid one. Okay, go. So I can see something we got. So lab is not solved. Yes, because lab is solved when we try to log in with the administrator, and for that we need password. So we are trying to find the password in this flow. Okay, account login. What information are we getting? Uh, there should be some table names. Account login not solved. SQL listing the database contains SQL injection. Did we got anything? Not solved. Mm-hmm. Refine your search. Okay, let's try to send this response to the browser. Let me see if we can see there something because I don't find anything here. Let me open my browser. And now getting back to proxy, I'll replace this value with my value and try to hit intercept off. So here I got ABC and DF and I got nothing. No values, nothing. Tech gives a pet. Let me check this out. We should get tables here. What is wrong here? Let me check my request. See there. So we are, okay, yeah, such a silly mistake. Fine. So here we are writing our own hard-coded value. That's why we are not getting. We should write the column name that we want. So what is the column name that we want? So it was, let me open my database. What was it? Information. We want table, right? Tables. Yeah, that was tables. So let me copy this value. This is what we want, and this is not what I want. That's why you can see that's why we got A, B, C, D, E, F. So instead of this, we'll get the response of this query in here. So that is nothing but our table name. So let me copy this. My okay. First, let try to hit go here. Internal server error. What is wrong again? Select a column name information schema dot tables ABC from information schema dot tables. No, 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 no. Let me open this again. What is happened? So table schema, table name. Yeah, table name is what we want. Let's try to write table name. So here it is like column name we should write. Table underscore name. Go. Okay, now we are good. So what all tables are there? Views, ABC. There are too many tables. Let me try to render this on browser, then we can see it properly. So copy this value. It is taking time, no problem. We are getting right what it is. So let me open my browser first. And now intercept is on. Hit this again, and I have my value. And yeah, so intercept is off. So now let me zoom full screen, and I should see table names here. Oh man, we have seen there, no? Let me try to hit this again. Intercept of categories, this, paste our value, intercept of. Yeah, now it worked. I don't know why sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So see, now we know that we have all the tables in this. Which what is the possibility that which table might contain the users and the password? So let's products no, templates no, columns no. Okay, okay, okay. View tables, PG indexes for PG text, PG user. So this might be one of the thing. Let me copy it in my notepad so I can refer to it later on. And what all things? PG auth ID? No, 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 no. Users? Yeah, this could be the possibility. I will open this. So now we are going to use these tables to get the content out of it, from which we are going to get the password of the administrator. Log? No, no. Let me search for users. Users. Okay, let me open, copy this. So I found so far. Okay, this I already did. So far I user. Yeah, PG user mapping, state user mapping. So we can use all these user tables to find in which we have username or password. Okay, right. So let's try to intercept this table again. So yeah, here we go. Let me open my burp suite. Okay, so I have taken note of all the users table, and I'll try to get the content of it one by one. Let's see if we get it in the first or second attempt or not. Corporate give. So here I want to execute my query. So what was that query? So we want column names. So here can I write column underscore? No, there should be some column, right? Yeah, here it is column name. Then why it is not coming here? Column underscore name. Let's see. It is here only, no? COLUMN underscore name. Okay, let's try to execute this. No, column, columns. Okay, so it is columns in which we are getting column names. So let's try to execute this in here as well. So I have what? I have to first close to my the value, and then I have to write plus union. Let me write the complete query and resume back. So now we have to mention the table name. Now we have too many table names, right? So how we are mentioning where table name is equal to table name. Okay, yeah, fine. So where table name, here we are going to search for that user table. Let's try to use this one. Copy and paste. Okay, so the second column you can write anything, because I want only the column name. And this is there is this mandatory restriction that I have to put two columns. Okay, so now don't hit this again. Okay, this is like in the beginning even we tend to turn off the intercept, and it will go to the browser, then we'll get the request again because the first one was not correct. So that is not a good practice. Send it to intruder, send it to repeater. Okay, now we have everything from what happened here. Yeah, information schema where table name is this. I don't want this. Click on go. Invalid request header. What happened? Maybe there is this some space or enter issue. Okay, I'll I will not touch the HTTP. Go. Same internal server error. Now the request header error was gone. So I think body wise that is this much part I have not touched. So that is fine. There is something wrong in the query only. So let's check that. Select. Okay, this is where we are ending the query. Select the column name, comma null. Okay, this is up to us from information schema dot columns where table name is equal to, oh, okay, so you can see there is there might be the remaining part of the query which I need to comment. Okay, go. Yeah, I can see something. What is it? Okay, so you can see username and password, correct? So let me try to render this in the browser as well. So for that I'll be opening my browser and let me replace the same value in my proxy and let me try to, where is my proxy? Here you go, and this is where I replace it. Okay, table name is this and I'll get everything. Okay, so you can see this tab is still loading, means it is waiting for the response to come from the burp suite. So I can also do the forward thing. It's not like intercept is off, means the next request will not be blocked. So that's why I was turning off the intercept, but you can also do forward, forward, forward. Okay, like that. So there will be too many intermediate requests. That's why I used to turn off the intercept. But it is again based on our requirement. So this was only for those who are new to burp suite. Otherwise, you are already familiar with this. Okay, internal server error, maybe because of the timeout thing. So we'll come back and we'll try to hit this again. Oh, I have to turn on my intercept, click on this, and I have to replace my value. Okay, now I'll turn off the intercept. So here you go. I'll copy this to column names in my notepad. And now the only thing that we need to get is what was our lab? This is the username for which I need to get the password. Okay, so let me just copy my username somewhere here in my notepad. I copied it, and now coming back to this, yeah, coming back to this, intercept is turned on again, and I have to click on corporate gifts or something other. Okay, now I will try to write the query to like select what was our column name. This from what was the table name? Table name was users nxcfue. I don't know what does mean, but yeah, that is what we got. Here you can see, right? Yeah, so let me write that again. Plus union and then select. Now we know the column name, so what is the first column name? Okay, we can gather it any in any manner. This comma this, that is select username password from, what is the table name? This from this. Okay, now I don't want all the users, so I'll write where where yeah, plus username is equal to, what is my username? My username is not, oh, here we need to be careful. So it's not username, it's a username CITA. Okay, yeah, something where this, oh my bad. Yeah, let's do it properly. Username site env, copy this, and where this, I hope you are able to see. Let me do the full screen. Where my username is equal to what it is, administrator, right? So I'll have that as my username, and the most important part is I have to comment the remaining part. And just a reminder, don't send it back to the browser, send it to the repeater, and here I'm going to hit it back. So internal server error, is there something wrong? Select column 1, column 2 from, okay, here you can see select column 1, column 2 from, yeah, this is not required and this is required. Where, okay, where is having space, that is fine. Username is administrator. What's wrong in here? Where, or I can write where username site is like, okay, so instead of space I need to put plus. Okay, internal server error means something wrong in the query. Go again, again something wrong. Okay, okay, let me try to get everything. No issues. Select this from username. Yeah, I, if there is something wrong in here, it's fine. Let's remove everything and comment go. I'll get the username. Okay, okay, something wrong in here only. Union, select username, password from, what's wrong? Let me see whether there is any spell mistakes. I only copied it. Let's try removing the table name and consider it as a keyword. Okay, let's try to hit it again. Go. Okay, so for some reason it didn't consider the table name as a string. Fine, no problem. So we should get, okay, I think, yeah, here is administrator and here is our password. So I'll copy this password and, okay, just for the completion. Anyway, the completion of lab is based on whether we are able to log in as a administrator or not. So it's irrelevant that whether I um, send back that response to the browser or not. Okay, so let me open my browser. Intercept is off. Okay, now full screen my browser. Yeah, now I don't care whether it is an internal or not because I have administrator and password. So account login, administrator, yeah, and password, yeah. So just to show you the password which I'm copied is this one that we have got from the response only, right? And this I copy and place it in password. Now we should be able to log in. Don't save. Here you go. We logged in as an administrator, hello administrator, and the lab is solved. So yeah, that was a good one. So that's it for today. Let's see what is the other lab. Okay, so here you can see in the description part, if you go to cheat sheet, you will get much more dynamic objects, and even if you are stuck somewhere, you can come to the solution part. They will not give you the exact solution, but they will guide you because even they know we are noobs and we are trying to learn. Okay, so even it is recommended that you don't watch it until and unless you try it, because the more you do it, the more you can suggest different ways. Because if I watch this, I know, okay, this is the method that I'm going to find the solution. But if I try my own, and uh, there is a possibility that I might come up with a solution with a different method. And if I come up with a solution with a different method, still I can come and watch solution and see that, okay, this is also possible. So that is when we can get the satisfaction. Okay, now coming back to our point, let me refresh this. Okay, so we have solved this, and the final lab, that is as a part of reconnaissance using SQL injection, is right. What it is asking, equivalent to information schema of Oracle. So you can list, okay, SQL injection at listing the database content on Oracle. Open link. Let's see what it is. Okay, to solve the lab, login as an administrator. The application has a login function database contains that holds username and password. You need to determine the name of this table and the column it contains. I think it is the same, no? Okay, it was non-Oracle and this is Oracle. Okay, so the concept remains same. So I think we are not going to make a video over that, but because the concept is same, and why to again spend that of time? So you can try practice on that. Okay, so yeah, I guess with the reconnaissance part using the SQL injection, this was the final lab. Let's get on to the next topic within the same category. Okay, so yeah, that's it for today. And if you like my explanation, please do click on subscribe button, notification button, and Yep. You might have friends who might be interested in the same domain or are interested to learn. So you can suggest them as well. And please do give your suggestions, any good methods that you can think of or you have tried already. Okay, please do suggest that in the comment section. And yeah, that's it for today. So bye bye. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.